Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how I clean my pellet gun barrel. First thing that I have is a piece of wire. Now this wire is pretty thin, but it's strong enough. I think it's a steel wire. And basically what I did is I took basically double this length right here, and I folded it in half upon itself. And then I stuck one end into a drill or into something that would clamp down on it, and I just twisted the wire on itself and looped the other end and tied it off. Now with that I can stick a patch in here, or actually I can stick this first down my barrel, put a patch in it, and then put some solvent and pull that through. So the second thing you'll need is some gun cleaning patches or some kind of old shirt or rag, something that's thin but absorbent. I prefer the shirt. Seems to work much better for me. And you're going to need some kind of bore cleaner, some kind of solvent, and you're going to want to be careful not to get too much of that on your bluing or any of your stock, because it can cause some damage. Alright, I'm going to show you how I made my wire pull rod cleaner, whatever you want to call it. So right here, this is just a thin gauge wire that I have. I got this from a craft store. I think it's for wrapping decorations on a wreath or something. But I'm sure you can get it at any craft store, any hardware store. Just a thin gauge wire, something strong that's not going to break when you bend it. So what I did is I took some of this wire and I measured my barrel. Alright, so when you're measuring your barrel, you're going to take the wire, put it to where the barrel breaks, and come out off of the muzzle about 3 to 4 inches, just so you have enough room to give yourself a handle. So then you're going to put your finger there at that distance off of the muzzle. You're going to fold this wire on itself, and now you're going to take that length. So that right there is going to be my length. All this right here past the muzzle is going to be my handle. So now you're going to take your wire, stick it in a vise, or grab a pair of pliers like I have here. And now you're just going to start twisting. So you can use your finger and do it like I'm doing it, or you can use a pen. And that wire is going to get twisted on itself, and it's going to keep it rigid and make it stronger. So basically I'm just twisting the wire here. It doesn't have to be a lot, but you want it enough to where it's pretty strong. Alright, so now you can take your finger out. And now that loop right here, that's going to be where your patch is going to go through. So let me come up there and show you. You focus in. So that loop right there needs to be narrow enough to where it will fit down your barrel. My pellet gun is a 22 caliber, so it can be a little bit more narrow than a 177. And there you go. So now on the other end, you're going to have wire like that. So what you want to do is open that up a little bit. Actually, you're going to have to open up it a lot. Let me grab my pliers here. There we go. I like that. You can straighten that out a little bit if you want. Might go a little bit more. The longer this is, the longer these two ends are, the longer your handle will be. So now you can just kind of straighten that out like that. And you can tie them together like that, just by twisting them together. You're going to watch out that you don't get stuck on those. So there you go. Now there's your handle. I'm sure you can do a better job than I did right here. This is my second one, so I'm not really going to use this one probably for the future. This one's just for demo. And so now there's your wire, all twisted up with a loop on the end. Alright, so for these patches, I like to have a little bit longer strips versus squares. That way each pull through my barrel seems to get more gunk out because of more surface area. So I'll generally cut these about 5 inches long, like that. And you're going to need several of these because depending on how dirty your barrel is, you're going to want to pull these through until the patches, for the most part at least, are not coming out dirty anymore. So that's 3. They don't need to be totally symmetrical or anything, just general length, you know, ballpark. Okay, so I'm going to do one more, just for good measure. I may need some more, and I'll cut some more later if I do. Alright, to start the cleaning process, first thing you want to do is take your pellet gun. If it's a break barrel, you want to break it. Don't cock it, but go ahead and look down the barrel, make sure that there's no pellet in it. And it would be a good idea to put the safety on. This is my Hatson Model 95. My safety's right here. When it's pulled out, that's on safe. So, to do this, I actually break the barrel just a little bit, just enough to expose the entrance of the barrel where you normally would insert your pellet. And now you're going to take your wire that we just made, make sure that the end is wide enough for a patch to go in, but not too wide to where it wouldn't slide down the barrel. So you want it narrow, about the size of your pellet. So you're going to always want to feed it into the end of the muzzle. You never want to be pulling, you never want to insert this into the breech where you insert the pellet and start pulling backwards, because you're going to pull dirt back up the barrel. So you always want to pull it with the natural direction of it. So we're going to feed this in through the end here. I think it needs to be a little bit more narrow, so I'm going to squeeze it down. Alright, there we go. And now here it is. It emerges on this end. And now I'm going to stick a patch through here. Probably going to fold it over a little bit. I'm going to get an up-close shot here. Alright, so you can see my patch. And it's a good idea to do your cleaning on a rag or something, or towel. You don't mind messing up maybe a shop table in your garage, because it can be dirty and messy. Now I like to do a few sprays onto the patch. You don't want to do too much, but you want to get enough on there to where that patch is going to have enough cleaner and solvent on it to do its job. Alright, so once you do that, now you're going to gently pull on the other end of the barrel and just pull that patch through. And let's come down here to the other end so you can see what it looks like when it comes out. I'm going to do the light. Come around this side. Wow, see? Look at that. And that is a filthy barrel, and that will affect your accuracy significantly. And that's exactly why we're doing this. And as you can see, having a longer patch like that gets a lot more out in one pull than having a small patch and doing multiple pulls. But we're still going to use the other patches regardless, so let's do the next one. Alright, so you can take off the old patch. Stick your wire down the barrel once again. Once it emerges, get your patch ready. There we go. Get that soaked. Make sure not to get any spray onto your gun if possible. Stick that through the loop. Make sure the saturated side is on the outside. Actually, I need to go that way. Alright. Then you're just going to pull the handle slowly. Getting it right through the first part is going to typically be the most challenging. And I'm just going to pull that through. There we go. That's patch number 2. Basically, you're going to repeat this process until you have mostly to completely clean patches. Oops, got to stick that first through here. Set that aside. Sound. There we go. It's already getting much cleaner. Alright, patch number 4. Make sure it's on there good. Feed your wire through the barrel again. Feed your patch through the loop. Like threading a needle. Okay. Pull gently, holding the barrel. Getting better. Much cleaner. Alright, so I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm going to stop the video right here and we'll come back once it's done. I forgot, you might want to run a dry patch through the barrel just to make sure that you don't have that solvent just sitting in there. And if you're going to clean your barrel and let your gun not be used or put in storage for a few weeks or months or even a year, you're going to want to lube everything lightly, and that will help prevent any rust from occurring on your gun. Because when you use this solvent, it's going to take away any oils that are in the barrel or around the gun where any of that solvent gets on. So you want to be careful that you don't get any rust on your stuff. So we know these pellet guns are not cheap. Alright, and real quick, here's a shot of the oil that I'm using, or the solvent I'm using. It's just a basic gun solvent. Here's another one. This is the other one I was telling you about. Here are the gun patches. I didn't use them, as you know, but if you wanted to, there's plenty of gun patches out there. Well, congratulations. Now you have your own gun cleaning system for your pellet gun. It's time to go out and see how much your accuracy has improved. Alright guys, I hope that video was helpful to you. If you liked it, please comment, subscribe to my channel, or give me the thumbs up. That helps me out a lot on YouTube. Share it with your friends on Facebook. Or you can send me some ideas of things that you think would be helpful for you in your shooting. Otherwise, this is Manny VH, and I'll see y'all next time. Happy shooting.